a six-figure salary for sending 3 emails a week, a senior strategic coordinator who coordinates absolutely nothing, and a global workforce pretending to type just to keep the economy from collapsing. By the end of this video, you will understand why nearly 40% of all jobs in the Western world could vanish tomorrow and nobody would notice. You are about to discover the phenomenon of bullshit jobs and why the system is designed to keep you bored, useless, and compliant. Stop looking at your bank account. Look at the clock on the wall. Watch the second hand tick. Tick, tick, tick. That is the sound of your life bleeding away. You are sitting in a cubicle or at a home office desk, scrolling through LinkedIn, moving files from one folder to another, attending meetings about how to plan future meetings. You are tired, but you haven't done anything physically demanding. You are exhausted by the effort of pretending to work. This is not just boredom. This is spiritual violence. That is the term anthropologists use. It is the deep psychological scar that forms when a human being knows, with absolute certainty, that their contribution to the world is zero. It destroys your sense of agency. It rots your self-worth. You know that if you didn't show up for a month, the company wouldn't lose $1. In fact, things might run smoother without your interference. Yet, you have to be there. You have to perform the ritual. The system is stealing your most finite resource, your time on Earth, and forcing you to trade it for a paycheck that validates a job that shouldn't exist. To understand why we are drowning in useless work, we have to dismantle the myth of capitalist efficiency. We are told the market is efficient. We are told it cuts the fat. That is a lie. The market loves fat, as long as it serves the hierarchy. This operates in 3 steps. Step 1 is the setup, the Keynesian Prophecy failure. In 1930, the legendary economist John Maynard Keynes made a prediction. He calculated that by the end of the 20th century, technology would be so advanced that in countries like the US and Great Britain, we would only need to work 15 hours a week. He was right about the technology. Productivity skyrocketed. But he was wrong about the hours. We are still working 40, 50, 60 hours. Why? Because we invented busy work. As the robots took over the factories and the farms, we didn't go home. We created the service sector. But not just nurses and teachers. We created a massive layer of administrative bloat. Step 2 is the trick, managerial feudalism. This is the theory proposed by the late anthropologist David Graeber. He argued that modern corporations don't act like market competitors, they act like feudal lords. In feudalism, your power isn't determined by your efficiency. It is determined by the size of your entourage, the number of retainers you have. If you are a vice president, you can't just have one assistant. You need a team. You need a strategy unit. You need a brand ambassador. It doesn't matter if these people do anything. Their existence proves your importance. Graeber categorized these bullshit jobs into 5 types. 1. Flunkies. People hired just to make their superiors look important. Receptionists for people who never get calls. 2. Goons. Aggressive lobbyists and corporate lawyers who only exist because the other side has them too. 3. Duct Tapers. People hired to fix problems that shouldn't exist in the first place, manually copying data because 2 systems don't talk to each other. 4. Box tickers. People who create reports that nobody reads to prove that the company is doing something about compliance. 5. Taskmasters. Middle managers who assign work to people who already know what to do. Step 3 is the proof. You think this is subjective? Look at the data. In 2015, a YouGov poll surveyed workers in the United Kingdom. They asked a simple question. Does your job make a meaningful contribution to the world? 37% said no. Another 13% said unsure. That means half the workforce suspects their labor is pointless. Or look at the corporate purges. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, he fired nearly 80% of the staff. Critics predicted the site would collapse immediately. it didn't. Whether you like him or hate him, the mechanism was revealed. The platform ran on a skeleton crew. The thousands of other employees were part of the phantom bureaucracy. They were there to attend meetings, write policy papers, and police each other, not to keep the servers running. So, why do we keep them? Why does the government encourage this? Because of the fear of the mob. This is the exit strategy for the ruling class. Imagine if those millions of people were fired. Imagine if we actually had a 15-hour work week. You would have a population with free time, a population with energy, a population that could think, read, organize, and perhaps revolt. The ruling class is terrified of a populace with time on its hands. So, the work ethic became a tool of social control. We have moralized labor. We believe that if you aren't suffering, you don't deserve to eat. The bullshit job is a pacifier. It keeps you too busy to question the system and too tired to fight it. It transfers wealth to the professional managerial class, the people who guard the system, while the actual productive workers, the teachers, the garbage collectors, the farmers, are squeezed for every penny. We have built a civilization based on a lie. We act as if the purpose of life is the production of jobs, rather than the production of happiness. We dig holes just to fill them up again, and we pay people to supervise the digging, and we pay people to write reports on the shovels. We are prisoners in a jail with open doors. We could walk out. We could restructure society to prioritize time over toil. But we are too afraid of what we might find in the silence of our own freedom. The question isn't, how do I get a better job? The question is, what would you do with your life if you didn't have to pretend to be busy to justify your existence?